Is this Ajeda?
Yes.
Hi, Ajeda.
Hello.
I'll start with a question that you might have some, ability to answer, or maybe a bit more about it. So I just certainly have some concerns about what's happening with this whole financial reset that's been planned worldwide, and what the consequences would be for our country, Canadians and so forth, our banking system. I'm wondering what we can expect in the next year or years to come. Maybe that's going too far out, but even short-term to immediate, I'm just kind of wondering what I would be best off to put assets into right now. Home values have obviously gone up quite a bit, and even the alternative things like gold and silver are paper traded. All commodities are obviously, so the prices can be set to pretty much anything that they want them to be. So there may be some better I'm trying to say the word I'm trying to find, stability with some things, but I wanted to know if there's any perspective on this that you may have, or if that's within your realm of knowledge at all. I don't know. Any advice, I guess.
We are not that connected to the internal mechanics of the financial and monetary systems of the planet, and so we cannot speak to that specifically. However, what we can speak to is to your ongoing well-being through turbulent times and physical stability. And essentially, self-sufficiency is important, and minimal reliance on outside things. And certainly those who are considered homesteaders have an advantage in that they grow their own food and are more self-sufficient in terms of meeting their own needs. If they have solar panels, they have access to land and that kind of thing. We are seeing more people who are urban homesteaders who grow their own foods using growing towers inside, and these can ensure unlimited supply of a wide variety of foods needed throughout the year. And this then does not make you reliant on markets and on farming, which may be impacted through pandemic issues as well as worldwide droughts that will be coming. And so food stability will become food instability at a certain point. And we definitely encourage either growing your own or working with those who have community gardens and doing exchanges. And so there are many people now who are exchanging commodities with each other. In terms of financial investments, certainly investing in your home, making it more energy efficient, and as self-sufficient as possible is wise. Making it first and foremost comfortable for you for now and in the future is important, but certainly marketability, if ever you were to want to sell, you want to make your home appeal, and you should get your value from that. Gold is a great, stable, physical gold, as you are doing, is a great physical investment instead of paper.
And silver as well.
Yes, even copper. Those are definitely good safeties to have.
What about something called Bitcoin? Are you familiar with that at all?
We are mildly familiar with it. We do not see it being protected from manipulation.
Right.
It will be infiltrated by means of manipulation.
Right.
And so...
Probably through the U.S. government, NSA, CIA type operation, I'm guessing.
The same people that manipulate the current financial system.
Right, okay.
The same ones. So, which is worldwide, not just America.
Right.
So, we do not see that as safe as physical gold or physical commodities.
So you think the prices will continue to go up, I guess?
Yes. Or remain the same as while the dollar plummets. The value will hold, whereas the value of other currency may not. You will not lose your value in what you have invested. And so by contrast, yes, it will rise. We are not experts in investment, and there's a great pull currently happening in every sector of this planet, whether it's the financial sector, the health sector, the social engineering sector. All sectors are being manipulated, and there is a substantial force resisting that manipulation. And so it is a planet that is in a power struggle currently. And there's a lot of volatility. Mm-hmm. And so things could land in many different directions. We can predict as best we can based on current circumstances how things will go, but no prediction is ever accurate because there is so much flux and there is so much intervening from multiple sources that you are creating your reality. And so we do not adhere to a certain predictive future. We do not believe that forecasts can be made so confidently because things change.
Even the result of the U.S. election is still not certain, it seems. There was a great deal of manipulation, voter fraud. I guess that goes with every single election, right? Was that designed? It seems to me that it was designed that way. It seems that the elite have set this up to be a win-win situation for them, in that being the left and the right are so polarized that there will be, violence either way, whether Biden gets in, whether Trump gets in, whether the Supreme Court even has the ability to override the election results. I'm just curious if you have any take on that whole situation, any words of wisdom on it at all.
Yes. This is not a U.S. standalone issue. The U.S. was involved in manipulating foreign elections.
Of course.
And significantly changed the course of at least 3 elections, foreign elections. These countries are retaliating. These countries are involved in this American election. So it is not just U.S. elite. It is foreign intervention as retaliation to American meddling in other countries. It is a form of electoral terrorism.
It would seem to me, though, that the issues that were recently brought up with Vice President Biden, all of the illegal money exchanges and money that was being received by his son while he was vice president.
We would like to stop you here.
Yeah.
We would like to say something.
Sure.
The true candidates that should have led the United States were never allowed to rise.
Right.
The true best candidates for president were never allowed to make it past one party's screening.
Yeah.
They were stopped there. And so neither Trump nor Biden nor any other candidate are anything other than puppets.
Right.
So Trump is a puppet for a certain group.
Mm-hmm.
Biden is a puppet for the other group.
Right.
Neither one of them are saviors.
Right. I get that.
And so both are substantially involved in corruption. Both are substantially involved in illegal activities.
Mm-hmm.
Both have significant moral stains. Both. And so, from our perspective, we do not care who wins. It doesn't matter.
Right.
It does not matter.
Right.
It does not matter. And so the more people are attached to who wins, the more they're being distracted.
Mm-hmm.
The more they're being fooled into believing that this is a 2-person race.
Mm-hmm.
The more more the wool is being pulled over their eyes, the more they can let go of who wins, the more they will start to see the reality, and the more they will be able to make informed decisions.
Right.
And so, to be partisan is to be fooled, is to be completely manipulated.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you believe that one person should win over the other, you have been manipulated. You have been recipient of the brainwashing you were speaking of earlier. It doesn't matter who wins.
My personal feeling, and I may be wrong, right? I mean, obviously I know that there's 2 very bad choices here. I think the least bad choice might be Trump, just in the effect that
there is no least bad choice.
There is no. They're both equally bad.
From two camps, from two opposing camps. And so here is the message we want to say.
Right.
They're equally bad from different perspectives.
Right.
And so this is what we want to say. We want to say, let go. Right. Let go of that polarity, because you have drank the Kool-Aid if you buy into the polarity.
Right.
You have bought into the illusion of duality. You have completely missed the lesson. The lesson is to see that it doesn't matter. These people are puppets of something greater.
Yeah. No, I know that.
And
I
so,
understand that. I've always understood that.
And so we need light workers to back off the whole Trump campaign or Biden campaign. Completely back off. Because if you are adamant about one of them being better than the other, you have lost sight.
Right.
You have been manipulated and you have been reached. And there is no better candidate. There is not a less worse candidate. At this point, they are both equally bad.
Yeah. And they both bought into this pandemic scam, right? They both have bought into it.
It goes so much beyond all of this.
Yeah.
And so they are puppets for our distraction. And so while this race rages on, people are missing what's really happening. People are caught up into partisan politics. They are caught up into the drama, the fake, artificial, created drama that is unfolding. And it is devastating to us to see that light workers have been affected and are buying in to this partisanship when they should know better. They should pull back. They should pull back. It does not matter. If you are caught up in a world of duality, you are not seeing that we are all one. By being caught up in a world of duality, you are stuck. You are ingraining your energy in a 3D dimension. You are anchoring your energy into a low vibration. You are preventing yourself from changing to a 5D dimension because you're stuck on partisan politics, which is two people, one against the other. And they are buying into one is good and one is evil. They are completely lost. And so we are so saddened to see light workers getting manipulated by the darkness and anchoring other light workers into the belief that one of these candidates is a candidate of good and one candidate is a candidate of bad. This is wrong. This is the darkness, and we need you to wake up. Wake up! Focusing on duality is the wrong thing. You have been manipulated and you are distracted and you are off course. You are off course if you are focused on which candidate should win. Let that go. Right. Move on. It does not matter. We could not be more adamant about that. And the funny thing is that both camps believe their candidates are the candidates of love and light, and the other candidate is the candidate of darkness. Both camps believe that.
Yeah.
So what does that tell us? That tells us that the world is ready for love and light. Let go of these two candidates. They are not your saviors. Stop looking outside of yourself for salvation. It is not an American president that will save you. Let go of that. If you want love and light, and you want the power of light and of good to win over evil, why are you wasting your time on a president? That is not where that lies. That is not the source of good and evil. The source of good and evil will start in everyone's actions. It will start in how you treat people. And it will grow when people are become intolerant of actions that limit love and actions that hold people back. It is now a time for revolution. It is now a time for people to stand up. Whoever is president does not matter. They will be pushed aside by the revolution of light and love, because everyone is ready for that now. And that's what both sides have wanted. And so now is the time to speak out against darkness. And what is darkness? Darkness is anything that is not pure, unconditional love.
I mean, the pandemic as well, right? The pandemic, the scam, right? This is a scam that was brought in to instill us in fear and despair, and the mask wearing. I was talking to Terry earlier about this, right? This is brainwashing. Everyone is getting brainwashed right now. Everyone is getting into fear-based. Oh, I might catch something. You have to protect me by wearing your mask. Blah blah blah. How do we get around this? How do we get this information out there? It's slowly leaking out there, but our news media, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week for the last 8 months, right? 9 months, almost 10 months, every day.
So here's the thing. Again, the same principle applies. So if we are fixated on external triggers, we are losing light, we are losing sight of our internal compass. And so it is the internal compass of people that will trigger the change, not media, not information, not an external war. And it is happening. It is happening because people now are starting to tap into their internal compass and say, this does not feel right. This does not feel right. We are seeing more suicides than we are seeing people dying of COVID. We are seeing people suffering, and the way we are treating our elders is torturing them with isolation.
Yeah.
People are realizing that. You do not need to stand on a soapbox banging on pots and pans to get their attention. You do not need to force it. And so what we are saying, our message today is, stop looking at outside yourself for the answers. Start looking inside. Look at your internal compass. And now more and more people are starting to become aware of their internal compass, and they're starting to connect with their intuition and understand what feels right and what doesn't. And so the pendulum is slowly swinging, and there are many, many people who do not understand why, but don't feel right following these, and are sick of the mask impositions and are sick of the rules. But they're afraid to tell people that that's how they feel, because it will be perceived as being a conspiracy theorist or being selfish or whatever. But more and more people are starting to feel like that, and that will build, and communities will form, and it will build, and the pendulum will swing. But that is happening because people are tapping into their internal compass. And that is the surest, strongest, most successful way for the compass to for the pendulum to swing, is for people to tap into that. And so eventually people are getting sick of the news. People are starting to realize it's brainwashing. People are starting to wake up. And that's where our message is. It's about tuning off the internet, the television, tuning off the outside sources and starting to connect inward. And whether people are listening to mainstream media or whether people are listening to conspiracy theory media or whatever that is called, doesn't matter. Those are both manipulation. And so everything needs to be turned off, and we are asking people to tune into their compass, because that is where they will be guided to their truth. And that is where the light will have the most impact. Cut out the noise, cut out the distractions, and cut out the drama. And it is time to cut out the external drama and tune in and allow yourself to live your life tuning in to what feels right to you. When there's too much external stuff, it confuses you, and you get turned around, and your intellect starts to take over and dominate your intuition. And we need people to tap into their intuition. And so the best way to get people to understand the manipulation that's happening is to have people tune off the internet, tune out the internet, tune out television, tune out radio, tune out outside sources, and start living your life in your home, on your street, in your community. Talk to people around you. Connect to the power of your community and the people and nature around you, and you will connect to your source. And it is through a grassroots effort of people disconnecting that we will correct this, and we will change the pendulum's course.
I hope you're right, because it doesn't look good right now.
That's from your perspective.
Yeah.
We see that it does look good,
I mean,
because there's a lot more that you aren't aware of.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. And what about forced vaccinations? Is it going to happen here in Canada?
We do not see that.
No.
No. At this time, no, we do not see that.
I hope not. But that's the talk. That's what's on the media right now, right? So.
But you're focusing very much on a lot of fear-based media.
Of course.
You're listening to a lot of fear-based media. So the mainstream media is fear-based, but the alternative media is also fear-based.
Yeah.
Just as in the elections, there's no good. They're both not good options. It's the same thing with these two medias. The alternative media is just as fear-based. They're not any better than the mainstream media, because they are instilling fear on things that may not even happen. They are instilling fear. Oh, there's going to be economic collapse. There's going to be forced vaccinations. There's going to be mind control. There's going to be control of everything. That's where it's going to be. That is as fear-based as the 6 o'clock news. It's no different, and it's no better. It is the same fear-based manipulation that you are getting from both sources.
Right.
But from different perspectives, just like Trump and Biden.
Yeah.
Both bad, but from different sources. Same thing with this news. Both bad, but from different sources, from different areas, from different polarities. And so you are buying into the fear. And it is destabilizing your internal compass. And it is as corrosive to your internal compass and to your pineal gland and to your source of light and darkness. You are completely, your barometer is being damaged with the alternative news.
Right. It's still, and it's made me aware of things that I did not know about. So I will give it that, right? That at least
At what cost?
I'm more, well, you're right. Absolutely.
At what cost?
Yeah.
You are purposely damaging your internal compass.
Right.
You're damaging and shrinking your pineal gland with the fear, with the doomsday perspectives that they are applying, because they're trying to counteract the momentum from this. It's two colossal giants clashing, and you are buying into one side, just like Trump and Biden, when it doesn't matter. Let it go, because neither one is good. Both of them are fear-based. Both of them have great intentions. Just like Biden and Trump, the pandemic, it's the same thing. The 6 o'clock news or the alternative news, both have the intention of saving the world and allowing the pandemic to stop. And how do we make the population healthier, and how do we save people? Both have great intentions, and they're coming at it from radically polarized opposing perspectives and clashing at each other. And it's just, the other one is the evil one, just like Trump and Biden. The other one is the evil one, right? It's just finger pointing.
Right, right.
It's no different with the pandemic. And again, the wool is being pulled over your eyes, and you are buying into a two-person race or a two-horse race. It's a duality. You're buying into a duality. And we are asking you, cut this duality. Cut this us and them. Stop with the us and them, because you are shortchanging yourself. You are cutting yourself off at the knees. You are stifling your evolution. You are completely making your growth stand still, if not regress. You need to stop with the duality. Everyone who is caught up in, yes, the 6 o'clock news is right, or in, yes, the alt news is right. If you are entrenched in those, you are damaging yourself. And so the idea is to let it go, not be entrenched in either camp. Whether it's the pandemic or whether it's politics, both are the great distraction from the changes happening in the planetary energy right now are staggering, and it's almost like this great distraction is meant to prevent people from moving to 5D.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt.
And so it is the greatest soap opera distraction that could have been devised to get everyone caught up in this duality thinking, us and them thinking, right or wrong, light and dark. You are caught up in this minutia of irrelevant information and detail that needs to be let go. Because right now something far greater is happening and you're missing it. And that's the transition from 3D to 5D. That's a transition from 3D to multiple D. And you could be riding that wave if you weren't so distracted. Not just you.
Right.
If the planet wasn't so distracted in 2D, us and them.
Right. And this was on purpose, though. This was part of their divide and conquer
This is
mentality.
not, again, this is a mentality of us and them. They. It is.
I'm talking about the controllers of this planet.
It is this way. It is this simple. It's a rainy day, and I can be inside doing something I love. I can focus and obsess on the rain, or I can be inside doing something I love. it is, the rain is not they. The rain is just is. What is. Do not focus on they. Because by focusing on they, you're ingraining yourself in the 2D, the two-dimensional minutia of us and them. And that is the principle of holding you back, is the us and them. And so it simply is. It is. So it is this storm going on outside. It is this pandemic. It is this electoral race happening. It is this fluff that does not concern you. And you can let that fluff happen while you are focused on doing something you love, on raising your energy, on sustaining your energy, on allowing your vibration to connect to that beautiful wave that is happening, and jumping on the wave to ride it into evolution. And so all of this drama it's not.
But it's hard. It's hard not to sometimes get caught up in the drama to a degree where we're losing some of our personal freedoms. We can't go to the store without standing in line, without a face mask. The borders are closed.
Oh no, it's raining
countries.
really hard outside. I have to wear an umbrella. Or I'll get wet. It's no different than the rain.
But it's more than that. No, it's more than that. We can't go to the United States right now. Again, there's a lot of
see it as a natural disaster. It can be a forest fire. With a forest fire, you can't go certain places.
Right.
With a forest fire, you may be driven out of your home and taken to. It is. You can't do anything about it if there's a forest fire. When it's pouring down rain and the visibility is so bad that you can't see, well, maybe it's better for you to stay home. Wait until this passes and then go do your groceries.
Right.
And so it is. And so this is what's happening right now. And you've got your exemption, do your thing. Mind your own business, do your thing. And let that storm be other people's occupation, preoccupation, obsession. You do not need to make it yours. Do not take on the stress of why is it raining and obsessing over, oh my gosh, there's lightning. And this is not right. There's not right for there to be lightning. It is not right for there to be thunder. The earth is crumbling around me because of the thunder. You're obsessing about this stuff, and let it pass. It is affecting your energy.
You're right.
It is affecting your vibration. You are lowering your vibration, and you are missing out on the opportunity to evolve. Dear one, you have the amazing ability to evolve and switch energies. You have this amazing opportunity in front of you. You can jump on this wave and experience things you never imagined could exist. There is treasure at the end of this wave. And by obsessing about the control and what they are doing to us and the manipulation, you are getting caught up in minutia that is harming you.
Agreed.
It is not in your best interest, and you are born at this miraculous time in the planet Earth where a change is happening, where humans who are awoke, who are awake, and who are awakened can let that go and can ride this wave and transform every molecule in their body and experience dimensions of awareness and consciousness and being that they only dreamt of, that they literally dreamt of in dreams. Do not lose this magical opportunity because you're focused on the thunderstorm outside. Let the thunderstorm do its thing. If those that want to be fixated on bitching and moaning and groaning about a thunderstorm want to do that, and they want to be miserable because of the thunderstorm, let them. You don't need to. Let the thunder do its thing. Let the rain do its thing. If it's storming so hard you can't go out, do something else until you can. Work around it. Make no mind of it. And do not focus on it. It is irrelevant in what you are here to do and accomplish. It is irrelevant in your karmic contract. It is irrelevant in your evolutionary stream and cycle. This is just external noise. And the more you focus on the alt news, the more you are becoming like the people you point fingers at who are focused on the 6 o'clock news. You are doing the exact same thing. You need to cut that out. It is noise, and you've been bought into it. This is an amazing opportunity for a giant leap in evolution. It is such a beautiful gift. It would be a shame for you to miss it.
No, thank you for that.
We hope we were not too hard on you. It was not our intention. We want it to be clear.
Yeah, clear. No, I get it. I get it, right? I get it. It's tough when you're in the storm, right? It's tough. It's easier for you to say that because you're not in the storm. We're in the storm. We're experiencing this every single day. But I understand what you're saying. I get it. It's nothing that I didn't really know, right?
Then you know it's true.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. Damn it.
You are such a beautiful light, dear one. You are such a beautiful light.
I just want this horseshit to stop. That's all. I see a lot of suffering happening on this planet right now, and I'm really pissed off. I'd like to do something about it, but it's beyond my means. I understand
you can do something about it. Here's what you can do. Heal your energy. Right now, your energy field has been deeply damaged by the constant alt news.
Right.
Your energy field has got many holes in it. And not only does it have holes, your energy field has dark holes in them. So not only do you have, we say a beautiful aura of yellow and orange, but there's many holes that are gaps where energy is escaping.
Okay.
But not only that, there are holes that are black, and it's like black smoke, and that darkness is affecting you.
Okay.
And it's affecting your energy field, it's affecting your health, it's affecting your ability to recover from issues. And these black holes are the darkness affecting you.
Right.
And this alt news and this Trump Biden stuff is darkness.
Right.
It is darkness. It
Yeah.
is.
No.
It is absolutely not high vibrational light and love.
Right.
Now, how you can help people? You need to do a detox. You need to do a news detox. You need to go cold turkey. Whether you can or not, that's up to you. But this is what we recommend. You need to cut it out because its tentacles have reached deep inside you and they are holding on to you.
Right.
You need to cut it out. You need to starve it out. And just like alcoholics or drug addicts, it is very difficult in the beginning, and you will have a difficult time to just do a complete news blackout and to completely isolate yourself. But you need to heal your energy. You need to do an energetic detox right now. And once you have done this, and once you can have repaired these black holes in your energy field and sealed them up and conserved your light, then how you can help people is by being a light worker, by sending people who are suffering light, by doing actions that can help them. And that can be even on a small scale, because it can be on a small scale such as helping a homeless person with some clothes, or finding them a bed in a institution that helps these people. It can be on a small scale, because these small scales have massive ripples of white light beyond them. And so every single person that you can help, it has a ripple effect. It has an exponential ripple effect in terms of the light and the love that's shared on this planet. And so even if just every person helps just one person, it has, as we say, an exponential effect of shifting the energy of the planet from darkness to light. And so how you can help is by doing this energy detox, by doing this detox from the news, and then recalibrating your energy on your own internal compass. Then when you see people suffering in your community, in your area, on your street, or you are aware of that, you can, through activism or action, help them in various ways. But concrete help, not just, oh, it would be nice. There are many things that can be done to help a neighbor, to help others. And in addition to that, it is to simply visualize light. And if you cannot visualize, you take a map and you put a yellow dot on a place that you want light to be sent to. It can be that physical if you cannot visualize. You put a yellow dot, or you put your thumb on it and you say, let there be light on that map. Let there be light in that area or in this neighborhood. And you just simply say with your hand or with your thumb or with your fingers, let there be light. And you spend a few minutes repeating, let there be light, even if you cannot visualize, even if you think that you have no gifts of Reiki or light sharing. You do. You absolutely do. You are very powerful. And so for you to simply repeat, to hold a picture in a hand of a person and just go like this over this person's picture with your hands, and you say, I send them light, 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 I send them light. There you go. You have sent them light. Even if you can't visualize it, even if you can't feel it, you have sent them light.
Was there any advantage to doing that to our world leaders at all, or are they too far gone?
What we would... Yes, you can. Yes, there is advantage. But where there's greater advantage is... And the message that we are trying to convey today is to bring the focus back to a smaller area.
Locally, right.
We would really wish that people would get their attentions back to local, to their community, because that makes people human. Whereas when you look at a global scale, people are less people.
Right.
You know, they're just a hypothetical person. Whereas the lady that you saw struggling Terry saw a lady struggling on this If you see someone struggling trying to cross the road with bags or trying to, and you go and help them cross, or you give them a ride to their home because it's a cold day or a rainy day, you have touched someone's life in ways that you could not imagine.
That was a lot easier before. Now most people are fearful that you are going to contaminate them with COVID-19. You're not wearing your face mask or whatever, right?
You're making assumptions, and the trick is always to ask.
Right.
The trick is always to ask, is there anything, ma'am, I can do to help you?
Right.
You have no idea how that statement, can I do anything to help you? Even if they say no, you will have touched them for the rest of the day or the rest of the week because someone saw them.
Right.
Someone acknowledged that they might need help. And someone will have felt, even if their house was literally over on the other side of the street and they were 10 steps away from their home and they said, no, thank you. That offer will have brightened up their day. So it is never about making assumptions. It is always about asking.
Right, okay.
Always. And so even the person who's afraid because of masks will be touched, and you will have brought lightness and love into their heart. And they will feel so much gratitude for you. And what you will have done is you will have helped melt some of the fear. So even the person who's so afraid of dying, and if you're not wearing a mask, they're so petrified, by asking them that question, you will have helped melt their fear. Because the love will grow, similar to these movies where you see the Grinch's heart start to become red and the green starts to disappear, or the black. It's the same thing. The fear will start to dissipate because love will take over.
Right.
And that, you see, that is the gift of how you can help people, is to give them the message that they are important, that they are seen, that they are valued, that they're not alone. And so even though they're isolated, someone offered help. And that is beautiful.
Yeah, good point.
And so we want to underscore, even though they are afraid and you will not be wearing a mask and they may say no, thank you, they will be grateful for having been seen.
Right.
And so never take a no as a sign that what you did was wasted. It will never be wasted. Ever. Because you will have planted a seed of love in their heart.
Okay.
And so that is where we wish everyone knew that the message lies in getting back to communities. Ancient civilizations prospered because neighbors looked out for neighbors. People helped each other out, and we have lost that. And this is a wonderful time. This is a wonderful time in the planetary evolution and consciousness to get back to human and humane laws of nature.
We're going to be forced to do it. There's going to be no choice, right? Really? You know?
There's always a choice.
Yeah.
There's always a choice. There's a choice to recoil in fear and isolation, or to make an effort to look out for your neighbors.
Right.
And so we are really encouraging people to go out of their comfort zone and leave notes on their neighbors. You know, I live at this address, this is my phone number. If you need anything at any point during this difficult time, during this storm, please reach out. I'm happy to help. You have no idea, even if they never call you, the impact that will have.
Right.
Because what you're doing is you're countering the darkness of what's happening by bringing in light.
Right.
That is the biggest impact that we can have. And it will help people to reconnect to their internal compass and let go of the external stuff. It will be a grounding exercise. It will allow people to feel human again. So that's what we encourage people to do, is to get back to local and start with your street. Start with your street. If everyone focused on the neighbors on their street, the world would be a better place.
Right. Well said. Thank you.
You're very welcome. We have been looking forward to this discussion.
Yeah. Lecture? Well taken, thank you. Well received, I should say. Thank you.
You have so much light to give, and your energy is beautiful, except for those black holes.
Right. Come on, everyone needs a black hole.
Yeah,
That's how we get around the universe. Come on.
You've got a few too many right now.
That's how we time travel. Come on. Did you know that?
You have a beautiful energy, and you are a light worker, and you have so much to give. And it is now time to focus on that stage of your life.
Right. Well, I hope we can talk about that more next time. And we're running out of time here for Terry, so
Absolutely.
I wanted to thank you for showing up. And yeah, I would like to continue that discussion at another later date, if that's okay with both you and her.
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
It was our honor.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.